datasets, such as a stock to its index. So for example, in this watch list, I've got the ASX sector indices with volume, but let's say I want to compare that with the overall volume for the XJO. So in this watch list column, I'm going to click New, Script column, and then Get Data, and click on the text, and where it says code, we click there to bring up the security selection window and type the ticker symbol that we want to use, so XJO for the ASX 200 index. And when I apply that, you see it's added a column for 5498.2, and if we go to the price chart underneath, you can see that's the current or the latest closing price for that index. So we don't have to just use, we're not just limited to using the closing price, we can use any technical value for the XJO that we like. So let's edit that. So I'm going to right click, edit column, and I'm going to use volume instead. So VOL, open parentheses, and then close at the end, apply that, and now that column matches the volume for the XJO. So what we can do now is use that and create a relative for each sector index. So VOL, open close parentheses, divided by the volume for the index, and when I apply that, we then get a ratio for the volume. So basically, it's just the sector volume divided by the volume for the index, and we can now click and sort that column, or what we can do, let me change the chart underneath to materials, for example, and we can click and drag that column into the price chart and let go, and that's now created a show view script. So it's a time series of the relative volume for each of those indices. So we can also put on a moving average, so we can see the trend in volume as we scroll down the watch list. One other example, we can create formulas from more than one GetData function. So here there's three sentiment indicators from the AAII, so bullish, bearish, and negative. So this is using Bloomberg data. So we can now create an indicator. We call it the Bob Farrell sentiment indicator. It's a fairly well-known measurement. So if I right-click on that custom tool that I've created, you'll see the script behind it. So there's three variables: bull, which get data, and then the code for the bullish index, bearish, and neutral, and then a couple of plots. So plot one, we're taking the bull variable and dividing that by the bear plus half of the neutral, and then we're plotting that with a moving average, a 10-period moving average on the chart. So when we apply that, that is now using those three indices to create an indicator that we can apply to the chart.